All right, let's do a couple of things here. Let's go over a little review. Up above me, let's move this up. Where I'm looking right now is the ribbon. That's the ribbon up there. Over here to the left is the view cube. That's right there. Okay. The browser is right there. Okay. And so the quick access toolbar is up at the top. That little stuff right up there, and I can't remember anything else, so let's move on. Alright, so last time we left off with the sketch plane cube. It's really ugly and green, but that's okay because it's your color, right? You picked your color. I hope you pick something like pink or purple or yellow or something. If it needs to be different, I'm going to be watching those. You need to cut those out and put them on whatever page I tell you when we get back, so have it ready. Okay, so let's do the next step, which is creating a basic part tutorial. And if I could find my sheet, it's right here. It says step 2. It says creating a basic part. Now you're going to put your initials in that second checkpoint right there when you get through, but we're not done yet. So let's hurry and click on File, New, Standard.ipt. Everybody should be pretty used to that by now. You're going to get your folder that looks like this. Oh, and by the way, that last time I made a video, I didn't mention this, but I need these folders to be put on that middle cart in the middle of the room. It's right over there. See the cart? Keep it on the cart. It's right there. Okay? I don't know if you can see it, but don't leave without putting your folders on that middle cart, please. All right? Okay. Now, so I've got number 21's folder. It doesn't matter. Doesn't have to be that specific folder, but let's go. Alright, so I'm opening up to the second part. It says creating a basic part tutorial. It looks like this. Okay? You see that orange eye? That means you should already have clicked on Autodesk Inventor on the desktop. That's the icon right there. I'll show you where that's at. You go to desktop and you click on that orange eye. That's right there. Okay? Alright. So I've already got it open somewhere, and okay, let me get this thing out of the way. It's not April 1st anymore, or it might be, I don't know. Okay, so alright, so let's go to step 1. It says click new. Then I'm going to hold it up like this so you can see it. So create a new Inventor part by double clicking, and then click standard.ipt. Alright, the next thing says change the unit of measure. Click on the Tools tab and click on Document Settings. So I'll go up here to the ribbon at the top where my mouse is. I click Tools tab and I click on Document Settings, which is right here. And then I'm going to go to the next page. I'll flip it over and it says Units. So everything that's bold is what you're going to click on. Click on Units. So I'm on the second page. Actually, it says page 3 at the very bottom. So your page should look similar to this right here. So you should already be where it says units there. Okay? Just follow me. Okay? It's very simple. Alright, units should be, let's see, we want the units to be millimeters, so I click the length to be millimeter there. And then I click the angle to be degree. It should already be there. I click apply down here at the bottom. And then I click close. Alright? Now you go back to the 3D model tab and you start a 2D sketch just like we always do. Guess what? I click XY plane every time. Okay? Then I'm on page 4. Look how fast this is going. Click on the rectangle tool. You click rectangle tool. You click the 2-point rectangle. That means right here, rectangle 2-point. And then click on the mouse, or click your mouse one time on the origin. That's the yellow dot right there in the middle. Click there. And the dot will turn green. Drag your mouse upwards to the right to create a rectangle. Don't hold the mouse button. Alright, now I've drawn a rectangle. It says dimension the rectangle. From the sketch ribbon, select the dimension tool. So I'm going to go over here to dimension tool, and I'm going to click that right there on the ribbon. And it says dimension the top horizontal line to be 100 millimeters. So I click there, drag up, and I want that to be 100 millimeters. So I click check mark, and guess what? I can't see where it's at. So I click the house button, that little icon at the top where it looks like a home. Alright, so I've got 100 on there. All right. And then you click on the space above the top horizontal line, and okay, so let's replace the information in this box with the number 100 and click the green check mark. Well, I think I might have gone a little too fast for you there, but anyway, enter button works. All right, so if your part disappears from the graphics window, click the home button to bring it back to your view. So that's where the home button is, okay? All right, I'm on page 5. Dimension the right vertical line to be 60 millimeters. So you're going to click dimension if it's not already there. The right vertical line is here, so I want that to be 60. And I click the green check mark. All right, now click the right vertical line once, then click on the space to the right of the vertical line and replace the number with 60 and click the green check mark. Now click Finish Sketch. That's in the top right-hand corner way over here. Okay. Extrude the sketch to 50 millimeters and then click Extrude, type 50 and click OK. So basically you go back to your 3D model, click Extrude, and you're going to be, what, does it say 50? So I hit 50 and hit Enter. So you should look like this, home button, and it puts it like that. There's your gray stick of butter. All right. Now, over to the right, page 6. Change the view display. Click on the View tab, click on the Visual Style drop-down arrow, and choose Wireframe with Hidden Edges. So you're going to click on the View tab, and then you're going to click on Visual Style drop-down. That's that little arrow down there. And you're going to click Wireframe with Hidden Edges right there. So I click Wireframe with Hidden Edges. Now, it says Save Your Part. I'm not worried about saving my part right now. Don't save your part. We'll do that later. All right, round the corner of the part fillet tool. Round the corners of the part with the fillet tool is what it says. Be sure the 3D model tab is clicked. So I click 3D model up here in the top, and then I click choose fillet command on the ribbon bar. So I click fillet, and so now I flip over to page 7. And it says select the edges of the box by clicking on them so that they appear in the fillet dialog box, edge 1, edge 2, edge 3, edge 4. Set the radius to 10 millimeters. So if you'll notice over here, it has an R. That means radius. So what you're going to do is round off the corners 10 millimeters there. And then you press the check mark and hit enter. So what you're going to do, the reason why we did the wireframe is so that you could see all 4 edges, the inside. See that gray edge back there? We're going to round that in just a second. So we're going to click 1 little round edge, 2 little round edge, 3 little round edge, 4 little round edge. Okay. So now we click the check mark button. Hollow out the part using the shell tool. This is not too bad. So be sure the 3D model tab is selected and choose shell on the ribbon bar. So 3D model tab and shell. Okay, so you click the 3D model and then you click this little icon right here. It says, if you hover over it for a minute, it says shell. You see how, if you'll look there above me, look at the example. It says shell removes material from a part interior, creating a hollow cavity with walls of a specific thickness. You select the face to create openings. Clear the face chain option to allow individual tangent face selection. Okay, so basically it looks like a big hair dryer, but you don't have a hole in this hair dryer. Now you do. You see how skinny that the inside of that is? So that's basically what shell does. So we're going to click shell, then you click the top face, and then you type the number 5 here, which I already did this a minute ago, but if you go back over here, I think it was 1 initially. So click 5 according to page 7. And then that's 5 millimeters thickness, so that's what this width is right here, okay? So that from the, we're hollowing out. So it looks like a big tub of ice cream. We're just taking all the ice cream out. Now it's just nothing left but the tub, okay? All right, so extend the cut feature. So extend the cut feature, that's what we're going to do next. On page 8, click on the right hand face of the box. So we're going to click on the right hand face of the box. If you'll notice here on the view cube, it has the word right, but I'm going to click on the right face because I know that this is kind of the view. We just had the top, we have the front, we have the right. So there's the right face. Now once I click on that, you see how it's blue? So we're going to click Start 2D Sketch, and then we're going to click the circle tool. All right. Now the view of the box will turn. The selected model face is facing you, and so we're going to click this. We're going to make a little circle right here. Okay. All right. So we're going to sketch a circle. Click on the center of the blue area and move your mouse up and down, drawing a circle in the middle of the right face as shown. Now let's undo what I just did. All right, let me kind of back this up. So what I'm doing is I'm on your mouse. You can kind of move that little roller button right there. See how it moves? When I move it back, it moves in and out. Okay, so that's what we're doing. And so we're going to click, let's try a couple things here. All right, circle. We're going to move the mouse around until we find the center of this. Okay, so start 2D sketch. Click here. Sketch, circle. See, there's not there. So what I like to do a lot of times is I take this the line, and yeah, I don't know everything, and it's all right. Nobody worries about that. So push the escape button. So there's a line there. I just basically take this line from here to here and look for the midpoint of that line, and that tells me the midpoint of that. There's your geometry for you. If you want to connect this to geometry, there's your link. So you're going to put a midpoint there if it turns green. Now we have the circle dead center in the midpoint. It doesn't say, okay, so we're going to select the dimension tool of the ribbon bar. We're going to do all that. We're going to dimension it in just a second. So we're just making a circle there. Don't forget to push escape and click that line and delete it. So now we've got our point. So now if you'll dimension the diameter to 10 millimeters, that means we're going to go to dimension. The diameter is from outside edge to outside edge. So that's, you see how like the arrows are pointing at the outside edges? Well, right now we're at 14.099. I need it to be 10. Hit enter. And by clicking on the circumference outside edge of the circle and bring your mouse out to the upper right and click type 10 in the box and press enter. Well, that just happened. All right. Dimension the circle to the center of the box. Well, yeah, I kind of did that already, but we're going to make sure we follow the directions here, so listen carefully. So we've got 12 minutes in. I'm going to look, I'm not going to do this whole thing. You're going to finish it, okay? So we're going to get as far as I can. 15 minutes is a long enough video, okay? So horizontal dimension, make sure the dimensions of the toolbar is still pressed. Click the circumference, right edge of the circle, click the leftmost vertical edge of the box. So we're going to go dimension, click the edge of the circle, leftmost vertical edge of the box, that's leftmost. So we click there. I want that to be 25, and it already is because I centered it earlier using my geometry. Okay. Now the vertical dimension's the same way, so you click here, click this, click the top line and drag it over. Make sure it's nice and evened up there. That should be 40. So this is, well, you know, it's going to be in the center, but it's in the, okay. Oh, bottom edge, bad, my bad. So back it up. See, I make mistakes. Nobody worries about it. I hope you're not. So I click that and I click 40. There we go. So I was supposed to do bottom edge there. So anyway, now I did bottom edge. So the reason how I knew that is on page 10, it says vertical dimension, click the circumference, bottom edge of the circle, click the bottommost horizontal edge. Note you will see a white line when you hover over it. You see that white line? Click a location for the dimension text to the right of the sketch, hit enter. And so that's what I did. I have 40 there and I have 25 there, which that dimension should be centered, but I'm not worried about it right now. Okay, so we're going to click finish sketch. And there it is. And now we're going to cut the hole, extrude the tool using the extruding tool. All right, so choose the extrude tool on the ribbon bar. So 3D model, extrude, and we're going to extrude that circle there, but we're cutting a hole. So we're going to go to the second button and cut. So what that means right here, we go to the second button right there, over there, look over there, where my mouse is, click the second button, go down to join and cut. Click cut. And we want to cut through the entire box under the extents drop down and choose all extents drop down. All right, let's see. Okay, a minute ago I had this pulled up. This should have been pulled down so you can see where the word extents are there. So the extents distance should be all, okay, and click OK. So now you see how I've got a hole that cuts all the way through, all the way around, like that. And sometimes I like to click on the top corners. That way, if you just keep clicking that corner at the top on your view cube, you can see the thing go around a little better. So click OK. Now guess what? It's still a wireframe, so we need to go back and change the view,